You've been the man that, when I saw this, I went, Jonathan Davis has got something on this, because you've said to me ad nauseum, Ronnie, don't buy, rent. So this is saying now maybe it's the time to buy rather than rent.
I have two responses to this. First of all, I went on to a popular website to find out the costs of property in Milton Keynes, both to sell, to buy, and to rent. And people will be interested to know that an average 3-bed in Milton Keynes is about £250,000. If you put down a 25% deposit, I work out that costs you £1,100 a month. But to rent a similar property is £850 a month, and it's the same for 2-bedders. So I don't actually understand what they were talking about, but then let's look at the bigger picture. Even if people could find a similar property at a lower cost on a monthly basis to buy it than to rent it, they're forgetting the general economy is in dire straits and house prices are falling on a long-term trend. On that basis, you could put down £75,000 deposit, which is a 25% deposit, and it just gets wiped out, because we are looking at a 30% fall in prices. So why would you want to save £100 a month and lose tens of thousands of pounds?
Jonathan, present that argument you've put to me before about renting is better than buying, because most people, when you talk about renting, they just sort of say it's pouring money down the bottomless pit.
Yeah, well, that is the traditional argument against renting, and of course I fully understand it. Only when house prices are rising is rent money going down the drain. When house prices are flat or falling, people forget that in a mortgage, the vast bulk of the monthly payment is bank loan interest. It's the exact same as renting. Interest is the same as rent. Only when you actually pay down the capital of the debt, the amount you owe, are you actually buying that property. And I'll just make a little point about what I hear all the time. Homeowners are going to find it difficult if interest rates rise. Actually, you're not a homeowner if you only own 10 or 15% of the property. You are a mortgage holder. And we know that people who have so-called bought properties in the last few years have taken out huge mortgages, 100, 200, 300, 400,000 pound mortgages. I would love to know how on earth they're going to be able to pay those back.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting sort of moment in the history, in as much as that we see it rather than owning. So, you know, when they ask you, are you a house owner? And you go, yes. Actually, you're quite right. You've got a mortgage on it. It used to be as well, Jonathan, you had alternatives. If you said to me, right, renting, and then put your money into savings, that was an option before. It's not an option now, is it, to save money, is it?
You're talking about deposit accounts paying very low interest, because the Bank of England rate is, of course, the lowest in history at 0.5%. Well, you know, I don't quite buy this. I know that, you know, the press and personal finance programs are always saying there's no money to be made on deposits. Actually, you can go online. Anyone can go online, and within 10 minutes, I would expect everyone to be able to find a bank deposit rate or a building society paying at least 2.5%. Now, I would suggest to you that ain't bad. It ain't brilliant, but it ain't bad.